Ladies, we are on the show here tonight. We are here, and tonight we're gonna talk about. We're gonna have two things to talk about tonight. Marty asked me to talk about a fight, and I did not watch the fight. I'm gonna tell you why. So we're gonna talk about that, the sport of boxing, and what's going on with it, and then we're gonna talk about but first, we are going to talk about the major leagues. So last night it was announced that St. Louis has fired their manager after 7 years, Mike Mathany. Now this is a big situation because this is a top 5 franchise in the major leagues. Like it's, Red Sox, Yankees, Cubs, Dodgers, and then probably St. Louis. They are a top 5 franchise in the major leagues. And they announced last night, after I believe on Friday night, losing 17-3, they announced that they have fired their manager, Mike Mathany. I was a little bit surprised because I thought his first 2-3 years, he did pretty good. I believe in 2013, he took them to the World Series. They lost, but hey, he took them to the World Series. I mean, he only been there for what? He started in 2012, I believe. And I believe that year, I think he took them to the NLCS. And I believe they lost to, I think they lost to San Francisco, didn't they? And the NLCS in 2012, I'm not too sure. 2013, they went to the World Series, lost, and then and then it kind of started going down. So 2014, they didn't have that bad of a year either. I think they lost to maybe San Francisco again. I don't know. It was when San Francisco was doing their whole shit of winning, like almost every year. They were winning like from like 2010 to 2014, where San Francisco won a lot of World Series. So I mean, it must have been around that time. And then to me in 2015, that's when really it started falling. When they won like, what was it, like 100 games? But they lost in the first round. They got surprised. They lost to the young, they lost to the Cubs, who at that time, it was Joe Maddon's first year. And to me, ever since that year, this team has not been the same. Since that 2015 season where they won 100 games, but then in the playoff they lost, they got eliminated right away. Ever since that, these last 2-3 years have been a disaster. They really have. They have been a problem. And I do think a lot of it has to do with Madden, him being in Chicago. Ever since he arrived in 2015, this St. Louis team has never been the same again. He is now the king of that division. St. Louis for the longest time was the king. But now ever since 2015, when Joe Maddon arrived to manage in the Chicago Cubs, that first year, like Cardinals still did pretty good. They won 100 games. Chicago, they got into the wild card. They had to play in that first round. Obviously, St. Louis was the favorite. Chicago was just a little young team. And they upsetted them. And ever since then, Chicago's been running it. They won it the last 16, 17. This year, they may win it, So ever since, to me, that's when really it fell apart. 2015, won 100 games, and then get eliminated in that first round. Like, what the hell? And then also Joe Maddon. To me, that's really the thing that I think is happening to the St. Louis, that Joe Maddon has taken over that division. He really has. For years, St. Louis was running away with the division with Tony La Russa. He's now gone, and now Chicago's turn. These last few years, they've been running around with the division with Joe Maddon. So now what does St. Louis does? St. Louis is a team who they don't like to go out and spend a lot of money. So they're like the Twins. They like to use their minor leagues farm system. So they're probably not going to go out there and sign a free agent. The only thing they can do is go hire a superstar manager, like a Joe Girardi, like somebody like that, because I don't see this team changing their philosophy and going out and wasting a lot of money in free agency and trying to get back in it like that. I think they're just going to go out and try to hire the best name possible. I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see, but I do think their biggest problem is not even themselves. I think it's Joe Madden in Chicago. I think as long as Joe Madden is in Chicago, they will have problems. Because that guy, you know, we saw for years what he did with that shitty ass team in Tampa Bay. Now he's in a famous team, Chicago. They got good players. They got a good vice president. They got money. It's going to be pretty hard to dethrone Joe Madden and those Chicago Cubs. Because, like, you know Joe Madden, even if that team, if he starts losing some players to a free agency in a few years, as long as he's there, he's going to get the most out of whatever he's got. You know, for years, he got the most out of years that he had no chance of making the playoffs. He would find a way to make the playoffs with Tampa Bay. So it's going to be very hard for St. Louis to be able to get back into the playoff picture, winning the division, as long as Joe Madden is in Chicago. But there's talk about hiring Joe Girardi. That's a big name general manager. No, but everybody laughs at Joe Girardi. What you know? Oh my Lord, what has Joe Girardi ever done? Won with the Yankees. No, Joe Girardi in 2003 took the Marlins, the shitty ass Marlins, won them a World Series versus who? The Yankees in 2003. So Joe Girardi can manage. He really can. A lot of people give him horse shit because all he's done for the last few years is spend time with the New York Yankees, won one World Series, a lot of playoff play games, but like they don't give him credit because it was with the New York Yankees. No, but this man back in 2003 managed the Marlins to a World Series versus the Yankees. So this Joe Girardi guy can manage. People need to understand that. People who don't seem to remember or do not seem to know that in 2003, Joe Girardi was the manager of the Marlins that ended up winning the World Series versus the Yankees. Anyway, I don't know what you do if you're St. Louis. They're not going to go spend a lot of money. They like to build through the minor leagues. So maybe they go hire Joe Girardi. I don't know what you do. Do you hire somebody in the franchise? You know, right now they're going to name, I believe their like assistant coach is going to be one of the general manager. I mean, the manager right now. The manager. I don't know what you do. I don't know. I mean, we're going to have to see what St. Louis does. Let me know in the comment section. Bill Patterson, if you're still watching the show, I don't know if you're not or not. But let me know, what do you think, you being a rival in Chicago, what do you think your rival St. Louis should do? What do you think is their strategy and go sign free agents now? Or do they go sign a big name manager like a Joe Girardi and continue to try to develop through the minor leagues? Let me know, Patterson. I don't know if you're still watching. You maybe got adopted by aliens or something. All right, okay, so now we're moving on here very fast to the second thing I want to talk about tonight. So Marty asked me if I watched the fight last night about two guys, and apparently some other guy got screwed. He should have won, but he lost. I didn't watch it, Marty. Unfortunately, I'm not too sure what's going on in the sports of boxing right now, because to me, the boxing sports world is not doing a good job of promoting themselves. It is amazing to me. It is amazing that Manny Pacquiao, a guy who is 60-7 in his fights career, 60-7, and he got no promotion for his fight versus what the fuck was his name? Lucas Matias, I believe his name was. He got no promotion that last week leading up to the fight. Zero. I never saw anything about a press conference, about the fight. I never saw anything about a weigh-in. I'm sure they at least had a weigh-in. But it is unbelievable to me. Manny Pacquiao used to be the shit a few years ago. Didn't he fight Money Mayweather? And it was the fight of the year. You had people acting like if it was a Super Bowl. Like my friend told me he bought a lot of food, you know. They were charging like $50 to get into Buffalo Wild Wings. And now what? Like the guy can't even fucking get a press conference, a televised weigh-in. WTF is happening to the sport of boxing? I understand he's not the shit anymore. He's getting a little bit older now. But Manny Pacquiao, at the end of the day, he is 60-7. You know, they should have done a better job promoting him. It is pretty sad to me that I have to find out literally seconds before the fight, last night when I got an alert on my phone that Manny Pacquiao was about to fight. Are you shitting me? And then I'm not even sure where the hell the fight was. Marty, let me know where it was, because I tried looking on the pay-per-view channels. I couldn't find shit. So I'm sure it was somewhere. I just didn't get enough time to look for it, because they literally seconds before the fight, I got an alert on my phone telling me, do not miss Manny Pacquiao versus Lucas Matias in moments. I'm like, WTF? You're telling me, like, I should have known this, like, since, like, I should have known this at least 5 days in advance, 7 days in advance. I never saw a link about a press conference. I never saw a link about a weigh-in. Like, how are you not promoting this, man? They just seem to, like, this guy a few years ago, 2-3 years ago, was the shits, fighting Mayweather. And now the guy can't even fucking get a press conference or a televised weigh-in. WTF is happening right now. So Marty, I'm not like, I don't know what to tell you, my son. Now there's gonna be a YouTubers are gonna have a boxing fight next month. And that fight to me has done a way better job of promoting themselves. A lot better job than this Pacquiao Lucas Matias fight. Like, absolutely. I think they had a press conference in Los Angeles a few weeks ago. I think they're going to have another one in London. The fight is like the 25th of next month. Like, these guys are YouTubers. They're not even professional fighters. They're just going to fight. I don't know why even they're fighting. I think they just don't like each other. They're just going to settle in the ring. But it seems like they're doing a better job of promoting the fight than a professional fighters like a Manny Pacquiao and a Lucas Matias. WTF is going on? They have got to promote, they have got to do a way better job of promoting themselves. Right now, the sport is not in a very good place right now, but it's not going to help at all if you do not promote fights. You have got to start promoting. Promote. McDonald's, everybody knows who they are. They continue to promote themselves. Every year they waste millions of dollars on promotions. I love it. Where's that from? McDonald's. Everybody knows that. That is called promoting yourself. That is called a slogan. I love it. Everybody knows that's from McDonald's. Boxing, the sport, has got to do a better job of promoting themselves. It is sad to me that I found out literally seconds before the Manny Pacquiao fight, Lucas Matias, literally seconds on an alert on my phone. It is sad. It is sad. The sport is not in the best situation right now, but still. You got a Manny Pacquiao 16-7 versus this Lucas Matias guy. You need to do a better job of promoting yourself. I should have seen something. I didn't see nothing on TV. Maybe I missed it. I never saw a link on a press on a weigh-in, a link on a press conference. Let me know if there was, because I didn't see shit literally until seconds before the fight. I got the alert on my phone. But until next time, I don't know what else to say to you. I don't know what else to say to you. To me, right now, the fighting game is pretty lame, to be honest. Boxing is not doing that well. UFC, to me, they're not doing that well. They lost McGregor, it seems like, and he hasn't fought in like almost 2 years. WWE, they just have the lowest ratings. They had a pretty good pay-per-view tonight, but on Monday they had their lowest ratings in history. So, the fighting, whether it's wrestling, whatever it is, mixed martial arts, it is not doing good right now for some reason. Nothing. Like, boxing, Canelo Alvarez, like, that's the guy they're trying to get behind now. Anthony Joshua, some people think his name's Anthony Johnson. That's what you call not promoting yourself. Anthony Joshua, a lot of people think his name is Anthony John. He was in an NBA playoff game a few weeks ago, and they're like, oh, there's Anthony Johnson. It's Anthony Joshua. But people don't even know because they don't promote themselves enough. Let me know in the comment section if you know who Anthony Joshua is. Because a lot of people don't. Or, what is that other game? Deontay Wilder. They're supposed to have a big fight pretty soon. Let me know in the comment section if anybody knows anything about a Deontay Wilder, Anthony Joshua fight. Most of you, average boxing fans, will not. It's just sad. It's just sad. Anyways, what else can I say but thank you. It is National Ice Cream Day. You already know, motherfuckers. So until next time, I will see you later.